Last year, which by the way, it feels so weird saying that now, but last year, 2022, Marvel Studios debuted its first Halloween special on Disney Plus with the first ever Marvel Studios special presentation, Werewolf by Night, which was amazing. We got both this and the Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special, and this gets me really excited to see future special presentations because these were both, honestly, some of the best MCU projects not only from 2022, but from Phase 4 overall, which is pretty crazy. But they were both great projects. I love this whole format. And specifically when it comes to this Halloween special, it's setting up stuff. You know, as with everything in the MCU, it's got to be setting up something else. And so while it did very much seem like its own contained story, you have to admit that, you know, it's got to be leading somewhere. It is the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and that place is the Midnight Suns. A team we've been talking about quite a bit here on the channel in the past. The Midnight Suns in the comics. Basically, it's the Avengers, but with all the supernatural characters. So you got Doctor Strange, you got Moon Knight, you got Ghost Rider, Morbius, Punisher, and Daredevil are sometimes a part of it, even though they're not really supernatural. It's like a mixture of like supernatural and just in general like street level heroes. So it's a really, really cool team, and with all these supernatural, darker characters coming to the MCU, like we got the Moon Knight Disney Plus series, we got Werewolf by Night, Blade is coming with Mahershala Ali, Ghost Rider is rumored. You know, it just makes sense that this would be where we were heading. So this is something I'm really excited for. And now we have a brand new report from Daniel RPK, scooper we haven't talked about on the channel in a while now, but definitely one of our more reliable sources, usually when it comes to trailer news. But today he's bringing us an actual scoop saying that, you know, we got Werewolf by Night, it was a huge success, and now Marvel Studios is already planning at least 2 more Halloween specials for the future on Disney Plus, which is super exciting. So we're going to go through and try and figure out, okay, what are these Halloween specials going to be? So option 1 is a sequel to Werewolf by Night. Werewolf by Night, like I said, huge success. So do a sequel, a follow up with that story. Maybe have Moon Knight involved there somehow, especially considering that Moon Knight in the comics debuted in a Werewolf by Night story. So, you know, I remember we were all theorizing about Werewolf by Night showing up in Moon Knight or Moon Knight showing up in Werewolf by Night. That's something you could do in a possible sequel. And I would love to see more of Jack Russell in the MCU. Obviously, we're going to be seeing that anyway, but the only question is, will it be in a team-up project? It's already rumored he's going to be in Kang Dynasty and the Secret Wars, or possibly in a sequel and another solo project on Disney Plus. That would definitely be really exciting. Another possibility is maybe we go for Ghost Rider. Again, hugely popular character. Bring him into the MCU, whether that is Johnny Blaze or, you know, one of the other versions of Ghost Rider. Bring him in, and that's a possibility there. But while I do think Ghost Rider is coming to the MCU, I do feel like I think it's more likely to give him a movie. Maybe not a movie, but at least a Disney Plus series. I feel like, you know, as cool as it would be to do a Ghost Rider Halloween special, I feel like this type of character that you can do more with. You know, Werewolf by Night is a character that you know, special presentation is the perfect format for that character. Ghost Rider, I just think there's more potential with that character. I mean, they already made only two movies with Nicolas Cage. So I think Ghost Rider could work as a movie rather than a special presentation holiday special. Dracula is always a possibility. I mean, Dracula has been a Marvel character. There's rumors he may be popping up and appearing in the Blade movie, possibly as the main villain. So, I mean, he could always get his own spin-off. But when it comes to rumors, you know, obviously we're talking about rumors and scoopers and all that stuff. There are reports. I saw it a while ago, so I don't remember exactly who it was from. It was either My Time to Shine Hello or possibly The Watcher, but there are specifically 2 Halloween specials that they did confirm are in development. The first which being Morbius 2, Rise of Ned. Just kidding. The first one is Man-Thing. So of course this one makes perfect sense because we were introduced to Ted, aka Man-Thing, in the Werewolf by Night Halloween special. So instead of doing a direct sequel to Werewolf by Night, do a spin-off where it could basically just be a sequel, but this time instead of being like, oh, Werewolf by Night 2, it would be Man-Thing. And this would be awesome. I loved Man-Thing. He was one of my favorite parts of that project, especially because, you know, that whole thing was in black and white. At the end, it all turns to color. The visual effects on Man-Thing were great, so I would love to see more of him in color. So I think there's just, I mean, I honestly don't really know what they would do for a whole story dedicated to this character. That's why I'm saying it would probably be more of a Werewolf by Night sequel where like Jack would be involved here, but maybe just put more of a focus on Man-Thing. Maybe like if you have a villain or something like that, that villain would be more specifically tied to Man-Thing, have some dealings in the swamp. I think that'd be really cool. For a character that doesn't talk, it's kind of hard, but I mean, projects like that have worked in the past. But the other one that is said to be in development, I believe this will be the one for this year, 2023. But the other one that supposedly would probably be coming out next year in 2024 is Mephisto. So Marvel Studios Mephisto, it's happening, people. Mephisto confirmed. Like, for real this time. We all had the crazy theories during WandaVision. I was definitely one of them. We all thought he was coming then he didn't. He didn't in Multiverse of Madness either, or anywhere else we thought he was going to pop up. No Loki. No, that was just a background picture of the devil in a church. But now he's actually coming to the MCU for real this time. We already have the casting of Sacha Baron Cohen as Mephisto. He's going to be appearing in the Ironheart Disney Plus series later this year, as well as Agatha Covenant of Chaos. Now, none of this, of course, is like officially confirmed or has been announced by Kevin Feige or anything, but I mean, enough people are reporting on it at this point that I'd say it's probably true. So I'd say this is really awesome. Another character that I don't really know, like, what are you going to do for a Mephisto story? Because, Mephisto is a villain, and it's always kind of complicated to do a solo project on a villain without making that character either an anti-hero or just a full-on hero, like everything that happened with Joker. And no, not Joker. That's a great example of how to do a villain as a villain. But I mean Venom and Morbius and like all of Sony's projects, they're just taking these villains and turning them into heroes and anti-heroes. So I think Marvel Studios is smart enough to not do that, but I don't really know what the storyline would be here. It'd probably be having to involve some other known characters heavily here, possibly even tying in Agatha, possibly doing the Ghost Rider storyline maybe in this. That would be pretty interesting because Ghost Rider has heavy ties to Mephisto. So it's something I don't really know what it would be about, but it I think is really cool because Mephisto is, before WandaVision, the character I really didn't know anything about. I was just like, okay, that's the devil in Marvel. And then it just turned into such a meme, and now Marvel Studios recognizes that and is not only bringing him into the MCU, but giving him his own project, his own solo project on Disney Plus of all things. When it came to WandaVision, one of the biggest doubts of Mephisto appearing is because of China and different places where like the devil is like banned to even refer to it. So I'm interested to see how they're going to get around this one, although it's been rumored that his look is going to be very not as expected. It's going to be looking like a Lobo cosplay. I did a breakdown a couple weeks ago about a supposed leaked concept art of Mephisto's design in Ironheart. I believe it's been debunked that is actually fake now, but then again, maybe it's not, so check out that video if you haven't already. But I'm definitely really excited for this. So guys, the supernatural side of the MCU is definitely coming to the forefront, and it's something I'm so excited for. We've been getting little hints and bits and pieces of it here and there with Moon Knight, with Werewolf by Night, with Multiverse of Madness even. And now as we go further into the MCU, getting Blade and all these other projects, Agatha Covenant of Chaos, I'm just really excited to see the Midnight Suns. It's definitely, obviously I'm excited to see more of the Avengers and the Young Avengers and the Fantastic Four and X-Men and all those, but Midnight Suns is something that I'm just like really excited for, because something that's it's gonna be very different. And we've seen that Marvel has kind of adapted the last couple years. Before it was like pure Disney, like, oh, can't go past PG-13, but we're getting a mature Marvel Zombies series on Disney Plus. We're getting Deadpool 3 rated R. There was a lot of blood in Werewolf by Night. Sure, it was black and white, but still. So I'd say this is something that's going to be really cool, and I'm really excited for it in the Marvel Cinematic Universe's future. But for now, guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. What do you think about this rumor that 2 more special presentations for Halloween are in development for Disney Plus from Marvel Studios, and what two projects do you think those are going to be? Do you think it is going to be Man-Thing and Mephisto like is rumored, or do you think it could be a Werewolf by Night sequel, or a Ghost Rider project, or possibly even Dracula, or the Howling Commandos? Get Frankenstein in here. That'd be pretty cool. But anyways, for now, guys, thanks so much for watching. Please drop a like if you enjoyed this video, and hit the subscribe button so I can keep you up to date on everything goes on in the Marvel life.